Hey everybody, my name is Mike and welcome back to The Short of It, quick short videos that give you a high-level overview of content, providing you with enough to get started. In today's video, we'll be using sublimation on a polyester patch to create a custom-made hat. So let's get started. While there are 100% polyester white hats available, I decided to opt for a polyester patch instead for this demonstration. If you would like for me to demonstrate how to create a hat using sublimation paper only, please let me know in the comments. The hat I'll be using for today's video is a 6-panel net-back snapback by Legacy that is 65% cotton and 35% polyester. I got the blank hat from Clothing Shop online and the patch from the Sublimation Blanks company. I'll leave links to all the materials I'll be using today in the description. To kick this project off, I'll open up Cricut Design Space and click on New Project in the upper right hand corner. From there, I'll click on Upload on the left hand side and select my design. I'll select Complex for the image type, remove the background, and select the Print Then Cut Upload type. After the upload is complete, I'll select the design and click Add to Canvas in the lower right hand corner. At this time, we'll want to pause to measure out our patch to determine the height and width. Since my patch is a circle, I'll measure the diameter of the fabric, which is about 2¼ inches. I'll then go back into Cricut Design Space and update my dimensions. Since my design is a bit wider than it is tall, I'll unclick the lock so I can make the height and width the same. To ensure my design fits onto the patch without going over, I'll put the dimensions at 2.2 inches for both height and width. Once you're satisfied with your measurements, click Make It in the upper right hand corner. Since we're using sublimation paper to embed our design onto our patch, we will need to make sure that we turn on the mirror feature. Then click Continue. We will now send our design to the printer. Since I have a Sawgrass SG500, I'll make sure Sawgrass Print Manager is selected, turn off Add Bleed, and click Print. When the Sawgrass Print Manager window pops up, you'll want to make sure that Substrate is set to polyester. All other fields will pre-populate. You will also want to make sure Mirror is not clicked. Since we turned the Mirror option on in Cricut Design Space, you will not need to do that here. You will then click Print. Now that we have our design printed, we will go ahead and cut out our image. Since we are not utilizing the Cricut Maker, the cut sensor marks will need to be removed. Furthermore, we should also cut out any excess paper that is not needed for the patch. Since the border of the patch is raised, removing this will make sure that decent pressure can reach the edge of your design. Having excess paper hang over the edge could prevent vibrant colors from coming through in that area of the design. I will place our design face down on the fabric side of the patch and put some tape around the edges to keep it from shifting around. Lastly, we'll address the adhesive side of your patch. This is something that needs to remain undamaged in order to press it onto your hat. Some patches may come with a protective backing, but if you don't have one, there is another material that you can use. Now, I've been told that a Teflon sheet can be used to protect the backing. However, I haven't had any luck when using this option. In my experience, the adhesive was removed completely when I used Teflon. Luckily, I was also told that backing paper, similar to what is found from shipping labels, can also be used to help with preserving the stickiness. This is the option I'll be using for today's demonstration. I'll be using the backing paper taken from a recent order I received. Now that I have everything I need, I'll set my press to 400 degrees for 45 seconds. After 400 degrees is reached, I will place the patch sublimation side up on top of the backing paper, cover it with my protective sheet, and pull down for 45 seconds. When the 45 seconds are up, I will pull up on the heat press, remove the protective sheet, and remove the sublimation paper from the patch. I will wait to remove the backing paper from the patch. It is suggested to wait until the patch has cooled completely before removing it. After the heat press itself cools, I will remove the pressing plate and replace it with the hat press attachment. Now you can use a household iron for this step, but having a hat press makes it just a little bit easier. After the hat press attachment is in place, I'll want to take a hand towel and wrap it around the base. This will help to fill in the empty space between the base and the front panels of the hat. If you have this type of hat press and your hat doesn't have a liner on the inside, adding something like a towel to the base will help prevent that hat's fabric from folding over on itself, creating gaps beneath the patch. I will set the hat press to 300 degrees for 15 seconds. I will then position my hat so that the area where the patch will go is directly beneath the heat plate. I will then begin testing the pressure. I want to make sure it is a decent medium pressure. When I am satisfied with the settings, I will use heat-resistant tape to secure the placement of the patch and cover it with a protective sheet. I will then pull down on the hat press for 15 seconds. After the 15 seconds are up, I will pull up on the hat press, remove the protective sheet, and remove the heat-resistant tape. If for any reason the patch doesn't secure to the hat, you can press the hat again by following the same steps as before. Just be aware that too much heat for too long could damage your patch. If after that it still doesn't adhere to the hat, I would suggest using additional adhesive. I have used Mender for a patch on another hat, and it worked pretty well. Your hat is now ready to be worn. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and bell if you haven't already. Be notified when new videos do drop. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. As always, I am Mike. This is the short of it. See you next time.